How you feeling today, baby?
I'm doing pretty good, man. No complaints. Just regular life. You know. You, Alyssa, you doing good?
So far, so good today, man.
I don't like that. I like that. Wave got like a mohawk going. You always got a mohawk
This is normally how I wear my hair when it's in shape. Yeah,
when the hair is in shape.
yeah. When it don't look like a mess.
And Rafe, how's your stomach?
Uh,
Oh shit! Yeah. He just got the.
I'm eating sushi right now out of a heart
Uh,
shaped dish.
See,
It's fucking sore, but
yeah.
here, look.
Were you doing cardio earlier when I called you?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Damn.
I got this little pad right here on it, but yeah, it's doing good.
what's
That's
up,
what's
Quint?
up.
Hey, what's up? What's up? Hey,
Hi, Quentin.
Can you hear us,
So,
well?
how are you?
good. How are you guys?
Good.
No complaints. Hey, Quint, have you ever had hernia surgery?
No. What's up?
I just
You-
had
you-
mine last
Yeah,
Thursday, man. But
How'd it go?
went real well. Yeah, we used Dr. Grisham out of the Ohio Hernia Center in Cleveland. He did Fuad's, Ramy, Phil Heath, Michaela Aycock, Seabum. So
Oh, he did Phil's? You don't want to go to him if you did Phil's. Stop.
yeah,
Stop.
yeah, that was
Nah.
Bill's fault, from what I understood. But
Okay.
just going back too soon, hitting it too hard. So
I'm like, if he did Phil's, I might be a little nervous. Shit, you guys, no, yeah, that's on him. But the way I envision it, I envision getting hernia surgery and you're gonna be in a fucking wheelchair for a week. You know what I'm saying? Then you're gonna be like fucked up But Rafe was already fucking walking around and
I was
doing
doing,
everything new.
I was doing cardio. I mean, I stood right up from the bed and walked out to the car, went right to dinner and walked around and did a half an hour of walking, and first thing in the morning back on cardio.
Yeah.
There's gonna be like a little bit of edema, swelling for the next week or so, but
I'm guessing there's different levels to these kind of surgeries, right?
yeah, and this is not laparoscopic, so he actually goes through the belly button. Doesn't put you, it just knocks you out, but no intubation or anything. If it was a quick fix, it'd be like 25 minutes. I was a little bit, the hole had been there for a long while, like 2+ years. So it was a little bit deeper and more invasive. And so we went up from the belly button a little bit and sutured down the fascia and then over to the right hand side a little bit more. And so I was under for about 50 minutes, but so far he likes what he sees, and just moving around makes it feel better. So doing a lot of walking, but not really lifting anything over 25 pounds.
But that's it? Just 25 pounds?
Said, he had to completely remove my belly button. It was completely detached. And then he took 3/4 of it out because it had stretched so much. And so he tightened it back up. It looks great already. On my Instagram, I just made a post. So there's a little, you can see some pictures I put on there. And, but yeah, Thursday, we probably should be back to 50% lifting. And then probably the following week back to 100. So.
Oh no! What Quint got I think Quint got gyno surgery. I think.
Yeah.
I think I kind of confused the two. Okay, so that probably. Yeah, but I'm thinking.
How'd that work?
Okay.
How long was that surgery and the repair?
The recovery. I think the first week I didn't train. I just took it easy. Then after the first week, I trained like legs, and after the next week, I did legs and arms, and the next week I did legs, arms, shoulders. Then the fourth week, I was trained at like 70%. And I was pretty good after that.
Okay. And they give you the choice to be put under or just be awake, right?
Where I went in Canada, like no, there was like it's pretty much like I had to go under, which I wanted to. I didn't want to experience that.
Yeah, fucking staring at them like this while they fucking over here. Like that shit crazy.
Hell no.
And you woke up, you was just sore, taped up, right?
Bro, I woke up and my throat was mad sore.
What Why? Oh, from snoring or something?
No, they put like some oxygen tube inside just to make sure that you're breathing while you're out. So I don't know if they did that to you, but that shit like my throat was killing for days.
It fucks you up. Well, that happened to me for a completely different reason. I had pneumonia, so they put me in a coma. So they had that shit inside of me too, and they took it out, and I could barely talk, bro. Like that's how fucked up. Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
And
Wow.
and they gave me like ice cream and some shit to ice it, so some random shit like that. But y'all know Big Boy from Strength Cartel?
I know of. I've seen him. I met him one time. I don't really know him that well, but
So he was getting like a crazy tattoo, right? To like a big tattoo piece, and he opted to go under for the tattoo, right? This shit went left. They had this motherfucker. Well, he told them before he said, "I'm a big dude. Make sure I'm in a comfortable position, so I don't want to wake up slow as fuck." Motherfucker strapped him like Jesus, bro. They taped him up in like a fucking crucifix. He woke up, all his shit here was torn up. So he had a bunch of like torn fibers and ligaments. All the shit was red. He had to go to ER. He was fucked up, bro. So imagine a bunch of tears in your bicep, chest, shoulder, everything, bro. So it was horrible. He was like, he had to go in a sling, all type of shit. I'm sure there was a lawsuit because I can't think of him not getting money from that. But they decided. Yeah, tattoo was fire. I ain't gonna lie.
All right.
At least that worked out. But what would make you think he's telling you I'm big? Make sure my arms is comfortable position. They're like comfortable. We got you. But maybe you should have this discussion for some weeks leading into it, not last minute. Yeah, let's tape them up. I think they don't understand that our bodies. If you're a big dude, your body can't just do that, right? You got to be well, but. It's also like, where do you put his arms, though? You got big ass arms. Where do you really put it?
The table I was on was just like that too, but they had adjustments so you could pull it up, so it wasn't like stretching out. So they adjusted and then they strapped the arms down. It was totally comfortable before I went down.
That's the key. From my experience, any big guy, let's say over 250, or just if you have a lot of muscle, anytime you go under and you're sedated, bad shit happens. Just bad shit happens.
Huh? It can.
Something about being that big. So for me, the pneumonia wasn't that big of a deal. It's just that I couldn't get the oxygen. So if I can't breathe, they had to put me under. Once they put me under, that's when shit went left, right? Because now, if you don't move, and I was dieting at the time, your muscles start wasting, right? If you can't move, you can't maintain muscle. So now your kidney has to filter the muscle leaving your body. So your creatinine goes through the roof. They're like, oh shit, he's in kidney failure. And they can't talk to me. They don't know what the fuck is going on. So they're like, put this motherfucker on dialysis. So they over there hooking me up to dialysis. They're like, oh shit, he holding so much water from the pneumonia. Give him Lasix. So now I'm wasting muscle even faster from the fucking Lasix. Everything's just going south because they don't know how to deal with a bodybuilder. They don't know what the fuck is going on. So they're just scrambling, doing a bunch of shit, and they're fucking me up worse. All I needed was some antibiotics and go home. But instead, they just start. So I wake up. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? I wake up a week later, bro, from the coma. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? What? They're like, yo, what day is it? I'm like, motherfucker, how am I know what day it is? I'm waking up. My family said what's going on. They're like, oh, what month is it? I'm like, damn, that's a good question. You know? They're like, what year is it? I'm like, whoa, don't play with me. It's 2019, right? They're like, yeah. But basically, they ended up fucking me up just because they don't know how to deal with what's going on. So my advice would be, most bodybuilders already do this. If you're going under the knife for surgery for whatever reason, lose a bunch of weight. Just lose weight. Hey, go to your bed. Motherfucker, we're having a good time. Yeah, so I would say lose a bunch of muscle, come off of everything, just be in a place where building muscle isn't your priority. Because once you go under, shit is going to go left, you know, so.
So I didn't go under. They just little propofol knock you out. Didn't have to intubate. So that I was consciously sedated. So that was sweet because then you don't have to worry about all that crap, right? And that's how he does all of his surgeries. So that's pretty cool. He's pretty old school, but I liked it a lot. Like I highly suggest him. I mean, he's awesome. So
I highly should suggest that propofol. That shit feels nice, right, Rafe?
So I woke up and I'm like, they asked me how you feel. I'm like, I need more of that shit. That's what I that
But
would feel good.
that's the only shit that kept me sane because you wake up, you confused. You know, the propofol keep you chilling. I'm like, yeah, give me, can y'all roll that up for me or something? And give me some take home. You know what I'm saying? No, but Quint, how's it going with you? You an off season or cruise or health phase? What you up to?
So basically, I just finished the health phase, so now I'm gonna push for growth for a few more months and then get ready to compete in the summer.
Okay, summertime. You got shows in Canada in summertime, or are you gonna come out here?
No, well, the Toronto's in June, and I'm not gonna start the prep till some point in April, so it's gonna be too soon. So I'll probably do some shows in the States. I'm not sure which one exactly just yet. Um, I wanted to do the Vancouver, which is usually around Chicago Pro, but that's basically like the timeline that I'm looking at. But we'll see. There's still a lot of things that I haven't finalized yet.
Wait, didn't somebody tell me the Vancouver was canceled? The pro?
Yeah,
Oh, it's canceled.
yeah.
What happened?
Oh, that's not good.
I don't know what happened. I mean, I know personally, like a lot of people were complaining about the show. I don't know if that had to do with it.
Mm.
Like a lot of people, like the amateur competitors that competed there, a lot of the pros, a lot of coaches, they complained to the IFBB about it. I don't know if that's the reason why, but I wish they just went with another promoter, if anything, you know.
Yeah. Shit, you could be the promoter, Quint. The fucking Beastwood Classic. No, pass it over to Quint. You know, the City Boy Quint Classic. That's what it's be called.
Be a fun show.
City Boy Classic. But let me pull up. Yeah, I'm the worst. I'll be forgetting how to even pull up. All right, boom. There we go.
Quentin, are you coaching yourself?
Yes. Yes.
Awesome.
Yeah. Quinn not gonna leave that to somebody's hands now no more. Fuck that. I'm gonna take control of my own career. Hey, I respect it. But the funny part is this, right? Obviously, I mean, we all learn a lot from coaches, right? But but how do coaches become coaches? They learn from other coaches, right? So in terms, we could do the same shit too, right? We work with coaches, we learn, and we learn our bodies, right? I mean, you're a coach yourself. How did you become, right? It's the same difference. So it's funny because I think people get really like nervous when they hear somebody coaching themselves. I can see why, because not everybody does a great job. But when people actually do a great job, they don't even get the love, right? Because we got, let's say, I mean, for decades people coach themselves, but let's say more recently, I know Compton shit. My coach coached himself, and he was really young. He was like 25, and he won a bunch of shows and beat all these people with top coaches. So it's like, you know, Dennis Wolf did it, right? He tried coaches, had some bad experiences, said fuck it, coached himself, and he bought his best looks that way. You know,
Yeah.
so at the end of the day, like I don't see why you wouldn't be able to do it yourself, right? All right, let's see. What's the latest update? This one?
I don't think I've posted anything that's actually recent.
You post them in. Yeah, you don't usually post recent stuff, even in prep, right? You post like older stuff sometimes, right?
Yeah. But the thing is, this past like year and a half, I haven't really been doing a lot of content. I haven't like a few years ago, I used to always have some sort of video being filmed. I used to do that pretty often. These days, I'm just training. I'm just training, just operating behind the scenes. But I do plan on being a bit more active and showing people what we're working with for this year.
Facts. Hey, go ahead, Lisa.
I was gonna say, do you ever feel like overwhelmed because like the content becomes overwhelming and you can't focus on the training? Or not?
I have it. I have before for sure. And when I'm not focused on it, you know what's worse for me actually? The tripod stuff. I've tried it. That stuff distracts me so much because I feel like now my energy is not 100% focused on the workout. it's focused on capturing the workout. And,
Right.
So it does cost a pretty penny to hire a content creator to come and like take care of it, but that is probably what I'm going to start doing moving forward. Just as long as they don't talk too much to me, they stay out the way, and I could just get my shit done, I'm good.
Like a fly on the wall. That's all you need.
Yeah.
So I usually do the tripod stuff, but anytime I've had somebody film me, it is way better just because you don't have to worry about, getting a good angle or any of that shit. And I think I got so used to it, I didn't feel like it distracted me at all. But recently, I haven't been filming my workouts, and it feels great. the pace is faster. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm not talking to people as much. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's something fun about nobody having to see it. And unfortunately, I feel like I train a little bit different, which is fucked up. I'm not training as heavy with the camera off. I'm like, maybe I'm training a little heavier with the camera on, which is not good. I shouldn't be subconsciously changing my training because I don't care about the weight, right? But I guess when you have the camera on, you're like, if I do the 130s, I'm gonna look like a weak motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Let me go up to 150s. But the truth is, that shouldn't matter at all. It should matter what you feel.
Yeah.
I wanted to. Yeah, subconsciously, because they go like, Quint, you big dude, bro. How much you weigh? About 310? You got to be doing the 170s, right? But it's like, not really. It doesn't really matter. But I want to comment on this because I think it was last year. A few people said that Quint needs to bring his legs up, and I'm like, isn't that his best body part? I always thought your legs were like your best body part, but maybe when you're flat, you can't tell. But right, what did you say? Your lower body is probably your best body part.
Well, during that specific contest prep, they got smaller than they've been in like over 4 or 5 years. So I understand like people's criticisms for what they were looking at was accurate.
Yeah.
But look at your fucking calves, dude. Those calves are insane.
Thank you.
This shit don't even look real, bro. It is like, yeah. I thought black people didn't have no calves, but I think Nigerians are in a different section because Samson got calves, right?
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
So here's my question, Quint. How often do you train them?
Not often.
Really?
Yeah, not often at all. Like there's a stretch. Last year was probably the most consistent that I was with calf training, but for a lot of my leg training, my ankles get really tight, and my ankle mobility gets worse when I train calves a lot.
Yeah.
So I pull back a little bit so that I can do more with my squats and leg press.
For sure.
Yeah, smart. No point. Missy Truscott said 0 thigh gap. Shout out Missy Truscott. Yeah.
Hey, she's switching a figure.
I'm excited.
I think that's a good move. Fitness is by far the hardest division by a landslide. But why put your body through that? It's not like they get more money. They don't get more. If anything, they get less respect, right? So it's like, why put your body through that for no extra accolades or pay?
Especially after a big injury, and plus you've already shown that you're the best in that division a couple of times over.
Especially after the injury too.
Right.
It was an Achilles, right? Torn Achilles?
It was her knee.
Yeah.
The whole shit went out. Yeah.
Bad.
I think it's probably the most entertaining division, but
right.
I think they should get rid of it. Not because it's not a good division. It's a great division. I think it's too fucking dangerous. Like nobody at 5% body fat should be doing gymnastics, bro. That's crazy.
That's fair.
Yeah, I think it's insane. I think it was a great idea when it came out when they were smaller and they were basically just gymnasts. Motherfuckers look like bodybuilders now, and they still doing that shit. I think that's dangerous as fuck.
They're dieted down. They're on all the same stuff the other competitors are on, and they're having to do these 2-hour routines and practices and shit. So,
shit's horrible. Yeah, that shit. It's great, but it's horrible at the same time.
So there's a girl, Taylor Learmont. She came second, I think, the year before. I think she was third this past year. She's a small Asian girl. So
I remember.
she's natural. She doesn't have that same level of like super dry conditioning or muscularity that the other girls have. And she looks a lot more healthy doing it. And for me, I like that someone like that has success in the category. And I feel like they should at least go that way where you don't focus so much on building like a figure like physique. You just focus on the routine. And if you do that, I think it's more sustainable for the women.
100%, 100%. Yeah, if they choose to keep that division, they should make her the champion and let everybody follow that lead.
Yeah.
Because I just don't think it's fair to have that crazy of a physique and still have to do that. I don't think it makes sense, you know. But if
Bro,
they
I
go
don't
that,
even
Mhm.
no, bro. I don't even want to go up the stairs when I'm fucking lean. I can't imagine having to do a backflip, one arm push up, and all that. Holy crap!
Exactly. Well, they're the reason why they banned backflips. Men can't even do backflips. We banned from it because we should be right because it's dangerous. You know, somebody
Yeah,
actually died, believe it or not. You know, doing a backflip.
competing.
Yeah, well, no, he was doing a guest posing.
Oh fuck! You know what?
You
I
probably,
think I remember this.
What is
you
this
probably saw.
about? I never heard that.
Well, I'm sure you probably seen the video. You probably didn't know he died because when I saw the video, I reposted it. I think I was like, "You should never do a backflip at a guest posing," and then my boy was like, "Yo, bro, he died." I was like, "Oh, let me delete this video." I'm like, "Oh yeah, I don't want to repost that shit no more." So I took the video down. But yeah, a lot of people I think they just didn't know he died. But I think he was South African bodybuilder, big dude, and he came out, did a backflip, and shit. You got oil on the floor. I mean, sometimes you just I don't know, you just miss it. You know,
You're not
that
built to
happened.
be doing that type of shit. Like, look at what's his name? The dude with the big quads, that Vito. He jumped off the stage and messed his knee up. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
when y'all are as big as you are, you're just not built to do that type of movements.
No, no. I was doing backflips until I was like 270. Quint probably could too back in the days, right? No.
Don't give me that much credit, man. I never did.
Oh damn! I just assume because you know we used to play sports and shit. But I used to do it. And one time I came out of McDonald's with my friends, and I was like, "Tell me I won't do a backflip right now in the middle of the garage." They said, "No, no way. You're too big for that shit." I said, "I'll do it right now." I hadn't done it in years, but you know, when you're an athlete, you think you always an athlete. You think I could dunk right now. No, you can't. Or Quinn probably could. I don't know. But you think
Rafe definitely can't. Me and Rafe definitely can't.
Yeah, I can't dunk, but I can touch a rim. Let's put it that way.
Oh, that's not bad, man. Yeah.
That's
So
what
I
that's
busted.
all.
I said, "Well, watch me." They started recording. I jumped, hit a backflip, and in the midair, I panicked, and I was but lucky for me, I felt like on all fours, like I fell on my knees, and I scraped my knee up, and I never did a backflip ever since. You know, but you know, at that size, they still were kind of impressed. They were like, "Oh, you almost landed it." You know, they didn't know I scraped my knee up, but they so stay away from that shit if you're big. You know, don't try it. Yeah, for years I thought I could still do it. I was like, yeah, I could beat you in a race. I still felt like an athlete, and then when I try to run or jump, I'm like, yo, I can't do it no more. It's not there. You know, it's not there. Hopefully one day it'll come back. But all right, let's see if we got anything to talk about. And then quick, you could dip out anytime because I know it was last minute.
Oh, I have a bit more time
All
for
right, perfect.
fighters related.
Perfect. All right, let's see what's going on in the bodybuilding world. Hey, Quay, you saw what's his name Moore. Patrick Moore. You saw Patrick Moore put the pause on the gym owner.
I absolutely love that.
No, but bodybuilders can't fight though. But every once in a while, you gotta hold it down.
He has a boxing history, though. I don't think he's the guy you should fight if you're going to fight a bodybuilder.
Okay, but this is my question, right? If you snitch on somebody who snitched on you, is it still snitching?
Yeah.
You think so?
Hold on, what's the context?
If I'm like if I'm like, yo, Quint, yo, I didn't like how you was talking about me. Yo, let's fight. Come on, let's fight. And boom, boom, we get into it, and you knock me out, and I'm like, damn, fuck. And I run, and I call the cops on you. Yo, yeah, he knocked me out. Yeah, cops come, and you're like, yo, Beatty though, for real, Beatty be selling gear. I snitched on you first. Are you still snitching on me by saying that?
I mean, two wrongs don't make a right, but I could justify it.
But a rat is a rat.
So the only way I look at, the only thing I see is that do I owe you that, I don't know if you call it bro code. Let's say, do I owe you that decency if you already violated that decency? Technically, no, but
I mean,
especially
you just laid the dude out, like leave it at that. You know.
good point. Now he wasn't going to actually get arrested. Now, if they took him to a jail cell, his gloves off. You're not about to do time over somebody who just right. But I don't think that would have ever got to that point, you know. And I think with steroids, it makes it a little slippery because everybody's on steroids, right? So it's like it's hard to use that, you know. Even the cops were probably on steroids, right? So
I got a solution. Let's put them in a ring where it's not icy on the floor and have a rematch.
I don't. I don't think he won no parts in that no more. But I don't think that Jim Warner wants no parts in that no more.
No,
But you know what?
it's just it's just this industry, you know. Like there's certain things you just don't fuck with, and that's one of them. You don't call people out on that shit. You know what I mean?
When it comes to that, no, you don't want to, because if it starts going both ways and they're like, "Hey, what you got on you, Pat? Let's just check your backpack." Then it's like, "Oh, no." So you gotta be careful, But
Well,
hey,
I think it's kind of wild because like it's a part of bodybuilding. Like it's mad. Yeah, it's kind of crazy to be like, yo, he sells steroids. It's
yeah. What makes it even funnier is that I heard they have like a TRT clinic in the gym. So legally he could sell steroids legally.
What's probably funnier is Patrick was probably getting his gear from that guy.
Which is hilarious. That's the truth. But the whole gym was probably getting it from that guy. Let's be real. And if they could do it legally, I'm sure everybody was getting it, whether legally or under the table, however. So the cops were probably laughing because the cops probably get it from him too. Like, damn, that's where I cop my shit too.
We know. We already knew that.
Come on, baby.
Don't ruin it for all of us.
You're like, whoa, take it easy there, huh?
Who do you guys think is more in the wrong for that whole situation?
I think they solved it with the fight, but I don't know with the snitching at the end is. I don't know.
I guess I don't know if I believe every story that I see, so I don't know if we all have the real story.
Yeah.
But from what we do see, I don't know, man. You got a contract with the gym owner to pay X amount to train clients. That's an agreement you sign, whether it's a handshake or a signed agreement. You know what I mean?
And if you're posting like you got hella money on Instagram and you're driving these types of cars and you got these clothes and this and that, how can you not pay your training rent? That's,
What do you think, Quint?
Yeah, I mean, it's tough because I like Patrick. Like I have nothing but a good relationship with him, so it's tough. I'm biased to him because of that, but I can understand why this transpired. Like I understand. If I was the gym owner, I'd be pretty upset too.
Yeah, I mean, same. When I first saw it and heard it, because Patrick is a bodybuilder, and I like Patrick as a bodybuilder, right? The first thing your first instinct is Patrick's in the right? You don't even want to think about the but at this point we heard both sides, so the truth is somewhere in the middle, right? So what do they both agree on? That's kind of the truth, right? So they both agree on he did owe him money, right?
Yeah.
And he said on Dave's show that he was just gonna wait. The guy didn't make a big deal out of it, which I mean he wouldn't, because I'm sure the guy got money. So he didn't think it was a big deal. So he said he was going to wait until the clients paid him. But that's not really up to you, right? Imagine like my rent is due and I'm like, I'm going to just wait until next week. It's like, you can't just decide that. Unless I tell you, hey, bro, do you mind if I wait until next week? nah, you can't, or yes, you can, then that's different. But I can't just take it, So if we're going technically, the gym owner's in the right. But I could say he overreacted by physically wanting to fight him. I don't think you have to take it there,
Yeah.
you know. But also, he had video because he had the audio. A lot of gym owners they record the audio too, which I don't know if it's legal, but they do. That's the thing. So he heard Patrick was talking shit at the front desk about him because he was upset, and Patrick admitted that he said he was upset and he was talking shit. So I guess if it's your gym and this is my shit, and you hear somebody talking shit, I could see how you could get upset. I personally wouldn't say let's fight. I would just be like, hey, come here, let's talk. Like what you were saying about me because you got to say it to my face now. I would go that route, but I wouldn't just let's fight. I wouldn't take it there.
That's why I think there was more to the story.
Yeah.
Possibly. There's always more to the story. Nobody's gonna tell you the whole story.
No, but the video of Patrick walked up, looked like he was gonna talk, and the guy just like, yo,
yeah.
He was already mad.
He was ready to go. But Patrick admitted that. I mean, it's been over a decade since he boxed, so he did. I'm a bit rusty, but if you have any kind of every guy thinks they can fight, right? That's just what guys think. But most guys can't fight for shit. So if you have any kind of boxing experience, you're probably gonna win the fight.
Yeah.
So you could tell Patrick was rusty, and he wasn't really in the mood to fight. He didn't look like he really wanted to fight until he started. He ripped his Olympia jersey, and you see Patrick kind of go like this, and look like he locked in. Like, okay, this is really a fight. This is not just somebody just throwing his hand. Okay, this is really a fight now. And I think that's when he got him. But the guy was just too excited. If the guy would have calmed down, he probably wouldn't have got knocked out. He probably would have just threw hands and they would have just got tired. But he was so amped up. He was like shaking and gyrating and shit. And then come on, you can't he probably doesn't fight super often. But yeah, every guy thinks they can fight until you see some hands coming, When I used to bounce, I kicked the guy out, and then he was upset. He told me he was a Golden Gloves champion or something. He was like, "Google me, I'm on World Star, middleweight champion." And these guys talking. You're like, okay, that don't mean anything to me, And then a fight broke out, and then we got into it. And yeah, he was definitely a boxing champ because because I didn't even know how he hit me, but he hit me so many times I didn't even. You don't really feel it because the adrenaline, but he knotted me up a bit. I'm like, yeah, he got hands. It's just when somebody is that much smaller than you, they probably won't knock you out, but they're gonna get way more hits on you than you get on them. I'll tell you that. Yeah. So if he was like a light heavyweight champion, probably would have knocked me the fuck out. But so don't think just because you're a big dude that don't really mean shit. Like end of the day. So you got to be careful. People out here got hands on the low.
You need a gun, man. And this is Texas too. That was fucking bold.
But yeah, Patrick said he has license to carry. So he said if he really wanted to take it there, he could have pulled up, but he didn't. Luckily, luckily it didn't go. I'm sure the gym owner had the gun too. I mean, right?
Yeah.
So Stu was like, people in Texas don't fight. He's surprised they fought because it's usually just, I got a gun, you got a gun. I don't think we want to do this. I'm not.
They must not hate each other. Maybe there's room for them to get back together and be friends again.
Yeah, you might be. Well, they talked last time they talked. Patrick said it sounded like he told him, "Yo, keep your money. It's all good." Not that Patrick wasn't going to pay him anyways, but he told him, "Keep your money. You good, and let's move on from that." That's the best way to go about it. All right, let's see if we got some going.
Okay. How many weeks till the Arnold? 3?
I think. Yeah, right. I think 2.5. What? I don't know.
Did Samson just post an update?
Yeah,
I'm a little behind.
He's been posting updates left and right. I don't see it here, but he did post one. Let me see.
I seen some mirror shot with his wife in the background.
Yeah, it looked really good actually. Let's see. This one.
Yeah, that one.
That's yeah.
That's
You
insane.
know, in real time, we always take people for granted until after they leave, right?
Hmm.
I think when it's all said and done, we're gonna have a lot more respect for Samson being a 300 plus bodybuilder on stage with the aesthetics of fucking Sean Ray. You know, it's not something you see often. When Ronnie and Phil were at their prime, people forget people weren't showing him that much love. Everybody was saying Ronnie had a ugly physique and his waist is too wide and he's not a good ambassador and he doesn't know what he like. People were talking shit about Ronnie. It wasn't all love. All this love that Ronnie gets now, he wasn't getting it at his prime. You know, Jay was getting the love at the time because he was the underdog. Same with Phil. I'm sure y'all can remember Phil. Phil was the enemy. Everybody, oh, he's arrogant. He's an asshole. They don't get the love till they retire. Now you see all these posts. Phil is the second greatest of all time. He could probably beat Ronnie. People only get love after the fact. So right now, Samson is getting love, but I don't think he's getting as much respect for what he's bringing to the stage. We've never seen a 300-pound bodybuilder on stage with aesthetics like this. We just never seen it, you know. And or his wife coaching him as well. We never seen that one.
She's standing like a boss in the background right there.
Yeah.
He's like, "What's up, y'all?"
Y'all watched that interview? Samson just had an interview with this one, right? Yeah. Let me see. Can y'all hear this? Y'all can hear that?
Nah, but we can
No?
read the
Oh, shit.
caption.
Oh yeah, he can see caption. But yeah, he was talking about how he actually got emotional in the interview because he was just how much he was pissed that everybody was talking shit about his wife like that. You know, even people he considered friends were talking down on his wife, which is it doesn't sound like a big deal until it's your wife, and you're like, damn, y'all don't know what we've been through. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And on top of that, he's like, yo, okay, yes, I've worked with great coaches that have helped me. But what y'all don't know is none of these coaches would have even looked in my direction if my wife didn't turn me pro to begin with. Y'all didn't know who the fuck I was, right? None of these coaches would be like, I want to coach you if she didn't get him to where she got him to begin with. Let's be real, right? So y'all only even know me because of my wife. All of a sudden, y'all acting like my wife is like like somebody on the street that doesn't know about bodybuilding. So I can kind of see that's not a fair way to look at it. And he got the last laugh, right? So he got the last
Yeah,
laugh.
I feel like people are so I don't know what the word is, but they expect you to have like some 10 out of 10 model wife. Like it's a fantasy dream.
Yeah, well, but even as a coach, they were like, she don't even look like she work out. With all due
Yeah,
respect,
like
which one of these fucking top coaches look like they fucking get busy? Like, since when was that a since when was that a thing? Like, you
but
know,
it's like she probably sacrificed her own physical career to put it into like to invest
for
into
sure,
him.
for sure. You know, they wanted her to look like fucking Shanique Grant for her to coach him. You know, she got to
Yeah,
like
like
Miss Olympia.
yeah.
That's not how it works, you know. But yeah, he said he won that Olympia out of like revenge. Like it was almost like spite. Like he wanted to show people that like you can't be talking like this. You don't know the big picture. You know what I'm saying? So shout out Samson and Malena. You know, I kind of felt that it was a good interview. If y'all didn't see the interview, it's up on somewhere. Just Google Samson interview. All right. How long we been on? Like less than an hour. All right. Y'all want to do some questions?
Yeah.
Do some questions. But yeah, it's one of those things that sometimes you gotta shut people up by just getting it done. Okay. Before we do the questions, hold up. What the fuck? All right. Why are the questions not coming up?
Hey, Quentin, while he's looking for that. So you're coaching yourself. Do you, I try to envision myself. I was coaching myself. People have asked me if I could do it because I coach a lot of clients. And I've turned some guys and gals pros too, right? So, and my wife, she's was sixth at the women's world championship for bodybuilding. She's competing this year again too, so we'll see how well we do this year. But it doesn't mean you don't have resources that you're chatting with, right? Bouncing things off of as you're going through your process. I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've had there was a couple people in my ear around the time that I was competing last year, and I basically just did my own thing for a period of time, and I have basically one voice that I listen to now, or that I really take advice from. I'll still sometimes bounce ideas off of different friends, but it's just more the things that I believe in. I have a friend where me and him, our thoughts are a bit more in line.
Yeah.
So my thoughts are more aligned with what he thinks. And there's been things, it's not just about my prep with Matt, but things about my preps in the past where things that I've believed were missing, which is why I went to Matt in the first place. And that's basically what I'm looking for right now. So I think, sorry?
Filling those voids.
Yes. So doing things a little bit differently, but I believe it's going to pay dividends in the end.
Heck yeah.
Fire.
I'm excited.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah.
Do you and Matt still chat here and there on occasion?
You're so messy.
I mean, I say this with all due respect, but fuck that guy.
It's the Patrick and gym owner situation round 2.
Honestly, he's too small. He's too small. I did take Jeff Nippard's side on that beef, so you can't see me bullying little dudes. So yeah, no, I wouldn't. But no, what I will say though, there was a lot of really good things I learned from Matt, and the entire experience working with him. There were parts where he was a really good coach. It was just the end that really, it was really important, and it really sucked. It really ended poorly, but up until that, it was an incredible coaching experience.
Yeah.
So I will give him some credit.
I think Matt always had a lot of potential to be a really good coach, and I think he has been a really good coach to the people that he wants to be a really good coach to. There just happens to be a lot of other people that maybe he didn't put the same attention to that didn't really enjoy the experience. But when he gives 100% to his client, he usually gets a pretty good result. You know what I'm saying? From me watching, But shout out Matt. All right,
Stupid.
Hey, he's doing really well for himself, so he probably don't give a fuck. I mean, he's.
I kind of relate to Quentin though, because when I turned pro, the coach that I had at the current time, he was dating Ariel Kadar, so he was helping me. Ariel and him were helping me, but Ariel split up with him, but he was remaining my coach, and he started going down what Matt does, the triathlon route, and it's you're getting further away from bodybuilding, and now it's over because I don't even want to be coached by you anymore because your interest is not bodybuilding, and I just moved on from him and went soaring.
So
the hard part is to know when to call it quits, because a lot of times I think a lot of us, we want to hold on to something even though we know it's time to give it up. And if he would have, because I've already heard that he was gonna retire. He had his own timeline, and I think he just waited too long. I'm pretty sure that a lot of people knew he was gonna retire soon, because everybody seemed to know about that. But I think maybe he just waited a little too long. Probably should have happened sooner.
He should have went the Hani route and just ended on a good note.
When Hani did that, I think I feel like Hani was thinking, he's I don't want that shit to happen to me. He's let me get the fuck out of here. I'm getting too much money. Shit, fuck that. So he probably was yeah, I want my legacy to stay exactly how it is. And that was smart. He left on top. People say, well, that was his worst year. I mean, he had 2 of the top 3 in Olympia, right? And then he had Chris win this. So if that's a bad year for you, then you're doing pretty good in life, So that's.
I think there's something to be said about being greedy. Running a business and having a bunch of clients under you that are being ghost coached by somebody else. this is someone that cares. I mean, obviously, there's like the pride where it's like, okay, these are my athletes. I have top athletes. You want to continue to like live up to that name, that expectation. I understand that and how that could be hard to give up. But yeah, I think he just got too greedy, and he just didn't want to release. He didn't want to let go, and he knew he was kind of losing touch. And unfortunately, he just held on a little too long, and it screwed several people. Like Nick. If you've seen Nick Walker's comments, I haven't seen them lately, but like for months they were pretty bad.
Yeah.
Well,
Unfortunately,
kind of in business, when you're growing a business, you just want to take all the money, right?
Yeah.
At some point in time, in doing so, you lose track of your main line of income, your main focus at the time. And for a while there, the bodybuilding was his main focus, and then he just added too much to his plate, and then waited too long to make that call. You know what I mean? Yeah. So
if Quint didn't drop that video, I think Nick would have continued to get a lot of hate that I don't think he deserved. That I didn't think he deserved that kind of hate.
No. Nick is like I really, really like Nick. Like I really, really like Nick. I'm pretty good with his family. Like they're all such solid people. He's very loyal though. He wouldn't have said anything, and he would have just took all that hate. So I'm glad things worked out the way they did.
Exactly. And also Nick, similar to what you did, like Nick is somebody who's gonna follow his coach. I hired you, so I'm gonna follow you. I'm not necessarily gonna be like, "Hey, coach, what are you doing? We're behind, right?" You're gonna be like, I feel like he has the right. He knows what he's doing, right? So that's another thing I heard people saying. Why didn't he take control of the? I mean, you want to see it through, right? Like I don't know. I feel like most of us as clients, we want to at least see it through. So if it goes to shit, we can say without a shadow of a doubt, I'm not working with you again because I did everything you asked. But if you half-assed it, but if you half-assed following it, you can't really say they were a good or bad coach because you didn't really follow the plan. So you have to at least see it through. And unfortunately, it didn't work out. It just didn't work out that way for Nick.
There's a lot of top bodybuilders that I know of, and maybe you guys know too. Maybe they say it publicly, or maybe I've just heard it behind the scenes. But there's people that have had coaches and they don't do what their coaches say, but they still do pretty well. They're still pretty popular. And for me personally, like that's if you're not 100%, it's your fault. I understand maybe your coach was telling you something, you felt like it was crazy. Maybe you trusted your instinct, and maybe you were right. But I feel like when you go that route, you never know. You never know because you didn't see it through. You don't know if it would have worked. It would have been maybe it would have been a perfect peak. Maybe you would have finally, brought in the look or whatever you wanted to do. But I just feel like if I do that, I will always hate myself. Every time I compete, if something's wrong, I'm always going to be mad at myself, and I just don't want to live with it.
But
I was thinking the same thing, Quentin. There, you either can be all in with the coach, but then as a professional athlete yourself, you got to know at some point in time when the shit's not just going the right way. Now, does that mean you just stay with that coach and make those adjustments on your own? Sometimes you might have to finish a prep like that, but it'd probably be better that you bring it to, have a conversation, bring it to the attention of both parties. Say, look, bro, this is what's happening. It's not lining up. What if we tried this, and then, go from there. But
yeah. I was going to say something similar. So the opposite of what Quint said, right, is also what if you do the opposite and you follow your coach to the T and it falls apart? Then you hire another coach, you follow it to the T and then it falls apart. Then at some point, that's basically what happened that's kind of what happened to Quint. That's kind of what happened to Compton. It's kind of what happened to Dennis Wolf, right? You follow it to the T and you're like, damn, I'm following these paths to the T. Even though I think we could do it a different way to do better, but I'm not doing it. So now I'm just going to do my own thing. And then sometimes it works out, right? So it could be not following the coach and then you're mad at yourself because you didn't follow the coach. Or it could be you follow the coach and you're mad at yourself, you follow the coach. So it's like, damn. So I think the best thing you can do is maybe just keep tabs on everything and only try it a few times. And if you just can't get it together, then maybe you got to put your own input to some extent. You got to be smart. You have to have experience. A beginner shouldn't have much input because you don't know what you're doing.
Well, a great coach is also going to ask you questions initially, and throughout the whole process. How you feeling? How did this work? Have you done this before? I would like to try this. What's your experience with that? Right. So if you have that rapport with your coach, and the coach is initiating those questions initially, at the end of the day, you're the one that probably knows your body to the T the best. I mean, there's probably some cases in there, C-bomb with Hani and things like that where he was dialed in, right? But in general, you're the guy that knows your body the best more than anything. So having that conversation with that coach, always that open dialogue. Hey, I'd like to do this. Hey, have you used these before? Because if you just throw people on stuff they've never been on, you don't know what the outcome's going to be. So.
Sure. Well, Seaborn actually admitted that a handful of times that he knows his body so well that he would always make the last call. With Ian, I think that was public. Like Ian would help him, but Chris was making a lot of his own calls, right? Even with Hani, I saw an interview. He's like, Hani would say, have, I don't know, this much rice and potatoes, and Chris would be like, okay, I'm gonna have a cookie instead because it fills in. But he's not doing that to be greedy. He knows what his body looks like after what he has, right? Or he'll wake up and he'll be a pound down, and he knows that Hani is gonna give him 10% more carbs, and he'll get started on that. And then he'll check in, and then Hani will give him 10% more carbs. That's just more experience. That's not him being like defiant, So that kind of makes sense, But
I
that
think
could go.
self coaching comes into play in that final couple days of prepping, because if you know what you respond to because you've coached yourself, like in the off season and stuff, you know what you're gonna need come time. So that's the conversation. Like, hey, should we do this? And then the coach says, I'm thinking this, and then y'all can, collaborate on the final option.
Yeah. I mean, if you know that a week out, you usually have all the chest fibers coming out, right? And you're a week out, and that shit is flat as fuck with not one line. You're gonna be like, "Hey, coach, you see this right here? This is not it. I need some lines here." So that's when you're like, "Hey, we gotta do something."
You also got to give that coach, that you got to work together a bit. If you dial it together the first show, outstanding. But you might need a show or two. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like in 23, when I was the first Texas Pro I did the night before, because I usually have like every 4 to 5 days I do a Five Guys refeed.
Mhm.
And the night before, he asked me, should we do Five Guys? I was like, I don't know. I want to come in like tight so we can be peeled. And then I think I showed up a slightly tad bit flat. And again, I was like, fuck, I probably should have done the Five Guys meal. But I made the final call because it made me feel more confident for the next day. But again, what comes into play too is I'm a female, and I start questioning things, and I'm like, maybe I shouldn't eat the Five Guys because like it backtracks to how I used to be mentally. So I'm like feeling like I shouldn't have that when I should have.
Facts. But
How did you used to be?
Hmm?
How did you said it backtracks to how you used to be? What
Like in the sense of when I used to be like super soft and out of shape, I had to avoid stuff like Five Guys, McDonald's, cookies, muffins. So mentally, it's like I'm still. I don't want to say like I have an eating disorder, but it's like that mentality comes back. Like I shouldn't have Five Guys the night before because I'm competing type shit. Like just because it just goes back to when I used to be fat. Like I don't know.
Used to be
if
fat.
that makes-
Your body,
Yeah,
your body
I
changed.
just my body has changed, so I need different things now. But I still have like those. And again, I don't want to say mental eating disorders, but um, It's just how a woman thinks, I guess. Like you shouldn't have that shitty shit because it's gonna make you. But again, I'm in a different body composition, so that is the type of stuff I need now. So again, in Texas Pro last year, it was like for 2 days straight, just muffins and muffins and muffins and muffins. I went through like 24 muffins in like 2 days.
Walmart.
HEB, and
Oh.
that's a Texas chain, and the muffins are like huge. The Walmart muffins are a little bit smaller, but these Texas HEB muffins are legit.
Fire, yeah.
I'm just like that, by the way.
Mhm.
Or I was.
I think it's just natural because we're bodybuilders, and you think you need chicken and rice or some peanut butter, and the healthy stuff to get you right. When sometimes that ain't what you need. You need a little bit of shit.
That's facts. That's facts. Yeah, I remember Juan Morel. He said when he turned pro, he tried to carb up on clean foods because he's like, I'm a pro now. You know, I got to be professional. And he said he looked like shit when he tried it.
Yeah.
So then he went back to dirty food. But my question is, as a bodybuilder, how many times do you actually come in 100%? Whatever that perceived 100% is. Like,
Do you ever?
yeah,
For a lifetime, never for some people.
we might have never even saw the best Phil Heath, but the best we did see was 2011, 2013, and that's twice. It doesn't mean he looked bad the other times, but his best based off of what we've seen twice out of, I don't know, 15, 20 shows, right? So unfortunately, you don't get that much time, but you're gonna be your best. But let's just hope you are not 100%, and you're still good enough to win some shit, you know. All right, let's get into some questions. Your experience with MPP. I feel like nowadays people like Mast and Primo.
Fuck NPP.
I'm
Man,
with
fuck NPP. Wait, sorry, what?
I'm with you there. I hate that shit. Yeah.
Some people love it. Some people love it. I'll say this. Well, Deca, I would never use or recommend anybody who tells me they're on Deca, I tell them to stop it, basically. But MPP, I will say for your joints feel great, but that's about it. I gotta be honest with you. I don't get anything from MPP that I wouldn't get from somewhere else.
Your experience, Quint.
Excess water weight. Like I get really heavy, but I don't know if it's all good because it just I'm more tired. Like I'm breathing way heavier and stuff. So I retain a lot of water. I'm fucking mental. I'm retarded. Like I'm fucking crazy on MPP. My dick doesn't work. It's like, okay, but yeah, my joints feel good in the gym and I train great.
Yeah. With Deca, libido is shit. Dick doesn't work the whole nine. With MPP, it's like my dick doesn't work when I need it the most. But
You're driving in your car and it's like, what the fuck?
Exactly. But if I'm doing cardio, it want to work, right? And it makes me like mental. Like I start wanting like fat girls. I'm like, yeah, I want a fat girl. You know, it's just stupid shit. It doesn't even make sense, bro. It's like I'm like, why am I putting myself through? Is this worth it? Like, what am I getting out of it for me to have to deal with this nonsense? So I'm like, it puts me in a bad place. I just don't like it, man. Why? You know, so if you see me with a fat girl, you know what time it is. You know?
We know what Billy got you on.
You're gonna be like, oh yeah. So don't even call me. Be like, oh, okay, I got you. Don't worry about it. We on the same page. Yeah,
she gonna love you. She gonna love you a lot more than a skinny girl, though.
Exactly. You know, nothing wrong with big girls neither. I'm just saying, big girls are cool.
MPP made me break out. Like I got some lower back acne, like deep pimp, but not a lot, just like a couple. That's the only time I ever saw some acne on myself. But I don't think I ran it long enough to notice any mental issues. But Primo got me quite mental.
Primo, for real?
It's like the day after I shoot, it's like I'm just I can feel it. I know it's in me, and I have to like consciously be like, okay, it's the steroids. Like it's not. What's going on?
Yeah, but yeah, I'll say girls and guys are a bit different though, because I do hear girls say that about Primo, but I don't think I ever heard a guy feel any different mentally. Like Primo for guys, like I don't really feel anything for the most part. I barely feel it, you know. But yeah, the compounds are gonna work a bit different. I think sometimes from girls to guys, you know.
Absolutely.
Deca, I don't think Deca has any. Hey, go to your bed, man. Go to your bed. I don't think Deca has any place in bodybuilding. Shit, forget body, but I don't think Deca has any place on the planet. Just get rid of Deca. Throw it in the trash.
Actually, if you want to torture somebody, like
Ooh.
if you like really don't like someone, you got them kidnapped, just keep pumping them with Deca.
Pumping Deca. Woo! Yeah. Bottle a day. Yeah. Bottle a day. Just keep going. They gonna be like, yo, no more Deca. Anything but Deca. Nah, motherfucker, Deca. Now, do some cardio. Do some cardio now while you're on the Deca, motherfucker. bring fat girls around him dancing, but he can't do nothing with it. Every day I'm gonna bring a new fine ass fat girl around him, and he'll be like, no.
Fat escort, just
Oh yeah.
Over here in Texas, they call them tortas.
Tortas, yeah. Bring some tortas around him. The nice ones too. All done up and everything. You going, yeah. That's a great idea.
And you got to look at that every day. Just the embarrassment of not being able to get it.
Whoever your worst enemy is, start taking notes. All right. What kind of content y'all like watching on your free time?
Free time?
I watch your podcast when I'm not on it. I just listen to podcasts.
Yeah, I think me too. I've been going down a rabbit hole of like I click like one Kevin Samuels video, and now I just keep seeing a bunch of like those podcasts. The kind of podcast. What do you call that? Like the
red pill guy.
Oh yeah, the red pill guys keep coming up. It's like they say a lot of shit that makes sense, but they go overboard for some of the viewers. Then I'm like, okay, I was with you, but damn, bro, you ain't have to go there. Like, come on, bro.
That's exactly my take on it.
Yeah, but I can't lie. Because Kevin Samuels, he was getting a lot of clips that was like viral. But if you actually watch the whole thing, he's not actually being an asshole. He's actually trying to help them. Like he's giving good information. It's just the part that goes viral is when they get him upset by saying something and then he goes crazy. That's the part that goes viral. But if you watch it in its entirety, I'm like, oh, he's actually chill. He's chilling. He'll even say, yo, respectfully, I'm not trying to come at you or nothing like that. This is the facts. But then if they keep going, he'll like, no, you're not getting it. And then he'll go crazy. But he was actually a good dude. He was actually solid. He was honestly, that was his job, I think. He was honestly helping them. And some of them would be like, yo, you're right. And then they would be like, yo, have a blessed day. He was actually he was a gentleman. You wouldn't think he was a gentleman by the clips.
No. Yeah, those clips are. Yeah, he seems a little bad in the clips.
Exactly. But now I think there's people trying to do what he did, trying to emulate him, and they're not really trying to help anybody. They're just trying to get the views. So then it goes a little crazy.
Some of those red pill guys are bad. Like I've watched some of it where I'm like, okay, I get where they're coming from. I agree with this part, and then they're just like, and that's why men are supposed to cheat on women, but women can't cheat on men. I'm like, oh.
I'm like, damn, why you have to fuck it up? You had a decent message and you just fucked it all up with that one. Come on, man.
Yeah, and then they have these like girls on their podcast, and they'll get like a certain kind of girl, like maybe the I don't want to say anything to generalize or label these women, but like it's a certain demographic, and then they use them to paint all women bad because these women might be into certain things, So I don't know. I'm not too crazy about those guys.
Well, because the issue is like the most of the guys sitting there, they have girlfriends and wives and stuff. So it can't be general because wouldn't. What would that say about your girl, right? So you can't generalize that much. You gotta be specific. Obviously, if you have 5 OnlyFans girls there, it's gonna be different from if you had 5 girls from the gym, right?
Yeah.
So. But they do want to get views, so I guess they play into it more so. But yeah, I watch a lot of. I have a hard time focusing on TV shows and movies nowadays, so I just watch like YouTube shit for the most part. How about you guys?
The same. I'm a podcast guy when I can, when I'm driving, and then when I'm doing cardio, I'm usually just doing client updates most of the time. Then I'll get on Instagram and search around a little bit, a couple of YouTube videos here and there.
Yeah, yeah. I used to be into Love Is Blind. I got into it. I guess the same way most guys get into it. When my ex was watching it, and you'll be like, "Oh my god, why are you watching this shit?" Then you circle back around, and you're like, "Damn, what? What you just said? Damn, that's crazy." The next thing you get into it, you know. But I found that it stresses me out lately. I don't. It's too much drama. I can't do drama.
Yeah.
I get stressed out now, so I got to be in the right mind frame to watch certain things. Right now, especially if I'm deep in a prep, I have no focus. I can't focus on something more than 5 minutes.
Same,
I have
dude.
to.
Like 4 or 5 weeks out, I'm like, nope. Yeah, no, I can't do it. Can't watch
I
anything
can't.
for 5 minutes even.
Yeah, like my favorite show will be on, and I'm like, let me save it for off season because if I try to watch it right now, it's not gonna go well. You know. All right, let's do a couple more. Do you ever do you ever have females on your podcast? Yeah, yeah, Alyssa over here. Come on, man. What do you mean?
Get
Talk to me.
Melissa on these days.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I guess we don't have. Alyssa might be the only female we've had on actually, though, right? So yeah, so I guess generally it's not like on purpose. It's not like we say no females allowed type shit. it's just I don't know.
I told Rafe to bring his wife on, Melissa. Is she doing bodybuilding this year? Okay, thank God.
Yeah,
We'll
Just
try
had
to
a
do it next weekend, maybe. We'll work it out.
okay, yeah, yeah. Let's get Melissa on. I mean, I'm definitely down to have to what Natalia Crelo watches it. I've tried to get her on a few times, but I think she's shy.
I'm
I think
sure
she's pretty shy.
I'm sure Missy Truscott would love to come on.
Oh shit! I'll definitely reach out to her. And who's
Yeah.
the girl that goes crazy in the gym? Michaela. I would love to have Michaela on. You know, I would love for Michaela on. So if anybody's good friends with them or if they watch it, we would love to have you on.
Melissa's
I'll
pretty
hit up.
Melissa's pretty good friends with both of them, so we'll get her on and then reach out.
Yeah, that'd be fire. Yeah, that'd be fire. I gotta be honest. I didn't think any girls watched the podcast to begin with, so it wasn't something that even crossed my mind.
No, I
But
think it's kind of I mean, bodybuilding's a small sport anyway, but female bodybuilding is even so much smaller,
yeah,
so
yeah.
get more people. I'm a female bodybuilding coach, so I'm into that part of the world, but if we get more of us dudes knowing about it too, maybe it'd help out.
This might be stupid, but I assume that female bodybuilders watch female bodybuilding. I don't know why I thought that.
There's nothing to watch about female bodybuilding, and what's out there,
That's why I didn't catch it.
respectfully, to me, it's not entertaining.
Well, I also learned that they get demonetized. A lot of female bodybuilding pages get demonetized, or they pay when you post female bodybuilding. Like if I post a female bodybuilding video, it gets flagged. That's fucked up, but it gets flagged for some reason.
From where?
So YouTube flags it. You know, the first time I heard that was with Nick Strength and Power. He was like, every time he makes a female bodybuilding video, his video gets flagged. I'm like, that's kind of fucked up. Why would it get flagged? I think
Maybe it's
something
for like sexual content or nudity, something.
yeah, because they use the AI. So I think once they see a female in like a bikini, it sets something off. But they gotta reprogram the damn AI. That's crazy, you know. So
Yeah,
that's
That makes sense because you get girls with their ass hanging out all over the place on YouTube.
that's what I'm saying.
make it make sense. I have no idea. But that's gonna deter people from making female bodybuilding content. On top of the fact that there's probably already not that much content creators doing that, So that's not good. But yeah, I would actually love to have some females on. Also, I would like to have what's the girl's name? Lola Montez. So she's a figure, I think, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
So Lola. I definitely want to get Lola on.
yeah. We know why
show.
you want her on.
Great competitor, a crazy physique. Like honestly, crazy physique.
Yeah, third
Crazy
at the
physique.
Olympia last year.
Yeah, shout out Lola. Should I put Lola up? No, I probably shouldn't. I might get
No,
flagged.
do it. No, oh, you will.
I won't get flagged. You don't think so? Let me
You'll
put Lola up.
definitely get
What speed you
flagged.
pull up?
If I get flagged, I'm a. You could go back and edit the video. So if I do, fit Lola Montez. Let me see if I. This might be a bad idea, but I'm gonna do it anyways.
She looks crazy. It's a crazy physique.
Yeah, crazy physique. Shout out Lola Montez. Y'all know Lola, right? She got third. I'm pretty sure.
Like, depending on what you
Yeah.
click on, you be careful, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm not gonna
Stage
zoom in
there,
or anything.
right there on the
Oh,
left. That stage.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. This should be good. Yeah, what's wrong with this? They might
Yeah.
flag it though, but 1 to 10, I give it a 10. Lola gets a
Uh,
10.
Next year, it's
okay.
wide open for figure.
Yep. Oh yeah, you're right.
I mean,
You know what?
Jessica, this Lola girl, Missy comes in shape. It's gonna be a good show.
Hey, but she had a lot of muscle, right? Compared to I'm sorry, the winner's
Jessica?
name. No,
Oh,
the winner.
Sydney.
Sydney, yeah. Because Sydney has crazy shape, but she has a lot of muscle compared to Sydney, actually, right?
It
Yeah.
looks like it. Yeah, her posing's a little strange for the figure.
It's like she makes it more how do I say it?
Forced. It looks forced.
I don't know how to say it, but she makes it more like dramatic, more
There you go.
yeah, I guess, I personally like it, but it's definitely different,
I mean, yeah,
There's
She's
a
you
lot
got
gave
a.
more.
more huh?
I said, yeah, you
More
gave it a
dramatic
10. Of
effect.
course you like it.
What you say?
I said, yeah, you gave it a 10. Of course you like it.
Yeah. So we got to get I'm gonna shoot her a DM, see if she probably won't reply. She probably gets a lot of DMs.
You gonna slide in her DMs?
Oh, for sure, yeah. But shout out Lola. Oh, what's her real name? I don't know if that her real name is Lola Montez. That's okay. That's the real name. I thought that was like a stage name or something. But
What is this? Where are we at right now?
Shout out to Lola. But yeah, we're gonna have more. Well, I was gonna get Ariella Lloyd on it too, but she's been keeping a low profile, so I don't want to bother her right now. All right, let's do one or two more questions. You good on time, Quint?
Yeah, I'm good.
Why are you bald now? Same reason why everybody bald, man. My hair was falling out, but I
It
still
looks
got a
good, though.
hairline. Thank you, man. Still got a hairline.
Hey,
Barely.
hold on to it, brother.
I'm gonna hold out as long as I can, man. But it's gonna leave eventually. Hey, listen, it's a matter of time. We always got turkey. Would any of you get a hair transplant?
Nah, I'm gonna embrace that shit when it comes. I'm just gonna bick it.
I feel like it would look good on you, Wave. Actually,
Yeah, but I'm not going through that pain, bro. I put myself through enough pain. I don't want to deal with that shit.
I feel like
so
the hair transplants look like, I don't know. It
It
makes
can look fake.
it just looks weird. Like I feel like the receding hairline look it's natural. It looks
Why would I do
fine.
this when my hair naturally does this? You know what I mean?
Like
Maybe like a little bit.
everyone has like a straight line across their forehead,
Yes, yes. Yeah,
and
you
it's
can
like
tell exactly who got a hair transplant.
Right.
well, the issue is what they do is they'll go back to like a picture when they were like 19, and they'll use that as a reference. You can't do that because no 30-year-old should have a 19-year-old hairline. It doesn't work that way. So
Yeah.
maybe go back to when you were like late 20s, maybe, or depending on who you are. But maybe go back to when you were like late 20s and try that. But like Rafe said, if Rafe did it, he would just go by this part and just go here. But why would you can't just come down here, but like, yeah, like when I was 15 years old, it's here. You can't do that, bro. Because it's just and it even look. I was going through some pictures for Throwback Thursday, and I was like, damn, I had a small ass forehead. My shit was down here, and even at that age, now looking back, it looks weird to me. So imagine how weird it would look if I did that to myself now. It wouldn't be
but
appropriate.
you also had longer hair and you're pulling it back because I pull my hair back every day.
That shit
So if
worse.
anything, pulling your hair back is also pulling that back, in my opinion.
For sure.
Because
For sure.
just pulling it back in general, my mom was always like, "Wear your hair down. Your hair is gonna fall out." Like,
It is, yeah. What I did is I tapered my shit back so that the dread started backwards, but it still did the same thing, just at the back of my head. So I still have like parts. Now I have parts thinning here, right? So if you just, and the heavier it longer it gets heavier. Dreads get heavy too because your hair doesn't shed, so it just gets really thick. So that shit was just pulling, you know. So that doesn't help neither, you know. But as far as transplant, I thought about it. I was thinking about it, but the process seems worse than I thought. And I'm hearing about the pain. I'm seeing people get it, and their whole face is swollen. And then I'm like, I don't know.
did you see
I don't know.
Dan Solomon got it done?
No, I didn't see it. No,
Yeah.
I didn't even know he was bald.
He was
No
The,
comment.
the truth is that nobody cares though. That's the funny part is we care. We think people give a fuck. Nobody gives a fuck. Nobody studying you that hard. Like, hey, let me see your hairline. Nobody gives a fuck.
well,
Guys don't care. Girls don't care.
we wear a hat most of the fucking time. Then when you're on stage for 5 minutes, you don't have a hat on. Big deal, right? You know.
Exactly. So guys don't care, girls don't care. Nobody's studying you besides yourself. So it doesn't really matter, you know.
Yeah.
Ball guys do great in life. So all right. Let's do one more. Let me see. Old school bodybuilders. Why did old school bodybuilders drink in the off season and new school don't? Is this true?
Maybe because they knew how to fucking have a good time.
I don't. I don't mind having some drinks in the off season to, depending on what's going on. Shit, I was the only one at the gas pumps. I was drinking. You saw me, Rafe. I was drinking beers. I was smoking Rosade over there in the cut. We was having a great time, you know.
Yeah, I remember Dave Henry in one of the magazines like 20 years ago, a long time ago. He's like, when I'm grilling burgers on a Friday in the off season, I have a beer or two, you know, and grilling steaks. So I think it's context, right? How far are you going out? You know, how far?
Yeah, it's the bodybuilders who go out every weekend to try and pick up girls that are drinking as like a hobby, and that's where they fall off. And
Yeah, it's just totally counterproductive to what we're trying to do anyway. So
It's all about moderation, you know. But bodybuilders sometimes are scared of the smallest things, but they don't mind pumping a bottle of Deca a day, you know. So it's kind of funny how that works.
watch out on the sweeteners because that's going to kill you.
Yeah, they'll say shit like that. There used to be people who say don't chew gum in prep. I'm like, yo, if you lose a show because you ate gum, it's not for you. It's
yeah,
not
you're
for
doing
you,
something
bro.
else wrong. Yeah,
Come on, bro. It was the gum. It wasn't everything else I did wrong.
The pork cheeseburgers you have, no one was looking.
The gum did it for you. The gum was the final straw. Like, that's crazy. Breath smelling crazy. All right, let's do one more for real now.
you got a drug question?
Oh, you want the drug question? Okay,
We did an MPP. I forgot. My bad.
we did do MVP. Y'all want to do another drug question or?
Anything.
Pick one. Let me see. Let me see. Oh, the Luca got traded to the Lakers. Oh yeah, he did. I think I saw that. Luca got traded
From the
to
map
AD.
from Dallas.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it.
Huh?
I couldn't believe it.
Well, Dallas. They said he was up to 270. They said nah.
Oh,
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Luka,
Like he
body
weighed
weight.
270?
Yeah, like he's not taking care of his body. Basically, just saying. You know,
Mm.
he's still dropping buckets. Like that's not an excuse. But yo, if Luca is still that guy, I don't care. I mean, I care. He should take better care of his body, but he's still just as good as a player. Is he maximizing his ability? No, but I don't know. Would you care as a GM if your player was still the best player on your team, even though he was getting a little chubby?
Yeah.
if he could still produce, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I mean, I guess longevity and shit like that. But they're only going to give you so many warnings before they get rid of you. You know, But on the Lakers, I think that's going to be a great fit for the Lakers, personally. You know.
Well, their defense gets worse.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's not really. That's not a good thing. All right, let's do one more for real. That wasn't the real one. All right, all right. Let's see. I don't know. Let's do a bodybuilding one then. A bodybuilding one. Best bodybuilder under the height of 5'6".
I'm
Keon.
just kidding.
Oh, how tall is he? I don't even know how tall. Maybe 5'5".
To be honest, I don't know. Maybe he is over 5'6", but Keon.
Yeah,
No.
he probably is.
I would say Keon.
Probably 5'6", and shorter than I am.
If Keon isn't shorter than 5'6", hey, go sit down. If Keon isn't shorter than 5'6", then
Sean Clarita.
Oh, if we go under 5 foot, let's stop. He got to be.
That's
like,
fucked up. That's fucked up.
I don't know. Sean is pretty short. Sean is probably the best short. No. Yeah, Sean. I would say Keon if Keon is under that height, but Sean is the best you could possibly be. I don't think there'll ever be a bodybuilder Sean's height that's going to be better than him. You know.
Yeah.
I would argue if Sean was 5'8", he could win the Open Olympia. You know, so
Yeah. Incredible physique.
Exactly. Yeah. One more question.
Has he done a show under his new coach, or he's about to?
Yeah, he did the last one.
The one Prague, was that it? He did Prague with.
With C-Bum. Okay. Yeah.
He did. He did that one under
Stefan.
Stefan. Yeah. That man coaches everybody. I don't know how he's doing it.
It's because he's got autism.
Yeah, that's superpower.
It's a special power.
Yeah.
From what I heard, he hasn't dropped the ball. Everybody's happy with his service. I heard he gets back to you within like minutes too, which is crazy. You know, but shout out Stefan, shout out Matt Jensen, and thank you guys for coming on. Quint, good looks. Appreciate you for coming on, man.
Of course, man. Thanks for having me. Nice talking to you guys.
All right, y'all. Take care. Stay up.
Later.